Okay, start.
Okay. So good morning and a warm welcome to all the participants and the delegates and the coordinator of the program, Dr. B. Vijaykumar sir, and all my dear faculty members for today's session on orientation session on National Education Policy 2020. So now I request our coordinator and head of the department, Dr. B. Vijaykumar sir, to speak a few words on this session.
Okay. Good morning, all of you. So, my dear students and respected resource persons, Honorable Sir Dr. Kaushik Kumar Garu, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Birla Institute of Technology, Ranchi, Jharkhand, and my dear colleagues and my dear HODs and all the participants. So, I welcome you all for the today's session, which is organized by the Department of Mechanical Engineering on behalf of Institutions Innovations Council 3.0, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, a orientation session on National Education Policy 2020. This National Education Policy 2020 as approved and initiated by the Ministry of Human Resource and Development, and to meet the
Good morning, all.
Good morning, sir.
Students, especially the students, because we are almost on the end of our career, and you are starting the system. So our future basically would depend on what you would be doing. It's now the rules have been framed, as Vijay sir was telling. The rules have been framed. Things have been designed, but ultimately it is we who are going to do it. And the main reason for all these changes and all these things had been that in our present system, actually we hail from the legacy of Gurukul system, where the teacher was not only teaching you about the techniques, about the science, about the engineering, but they were also telling you about how to be a human, what exactly a human means. Human doesn't mean just working somewhere, earning some money. That's human. There is basic ethics, humanity, the global humanity system, because we talk about what we say is Vasudhaivam Kutumbakam. The whole world is our own. We do not work on colonialism. We have to work towards a complete humanity, the race, because this COVID-19, actually the nature has taught us that we are nothing. Simply a small virus can create havoc in our economy, havoc in our health, havoc in the human race. So this was something which Nalanda University, the Sindhu civilization, the various eminent universities of past was teaching, was doing, and that was the reason why India was the top at that time. But then with westernization, with the other aspect, We simply lost what we were. And now, basically, we are trying to copy things. Now, this education policy is based on 2-3 aspects. Number one, development of a human as a human. Number two, instead of being a job seeker, they want us to become job creators. Because a creator is always at an upper hand than the seeker. Number three is the universities, the institutes, the organizations would produce the students, the students coming out of the university should have ample knowledge, and they should be able to excel in any field they choose or they are excelling. And that's the reason why, sir, can I go to the next, where the policy part is there. Next slide, please. Next. So this is the vision that was provided, or that created the need to have a new education policy, where anything, any student coming out of this particular system should be accountable to the society. He should be giving something to the society. It is not, because if the society flourishes, automatically the individual will flourish. But the vice versa is not true. I may flourish, but that doesn't mean my society will flourish. So my education should be to develop the society. It should have the deep sense of respect towards the country. We should have conscious awareness to one's role and responsibilities. I must be very much, most of the time what happens is we know what we should get, but we hardly think about what we should give. Everybody is very conscious of what I am expected to get. If I'm doing engineering, I know that after passing out from engineering, I should get a job. After passing out engineering, I should get a job of worth so much K, 20K, 30K, 40K, and so on and so forth. But what I am giving to the society, how the society is getting benefited. Because if the society gets benefited, automatically I will get benefited. I'll just cite one small example. I'll not be talking about these slides, because these slides are already available. The policies are available, but I'll be citing certain real-time examples, what I have seen in my career as a academician, as a industry person. What I have seen down, I would like to correlate that with the new education policy, which would obviously help you in visualizing what the government of India is thinking of and what they are trying to do. I had read a story. There was one farmer who used to produce some crop, and every year in the competition of the crops, he was getting the best. Now, what he said was, the media people went to him that, what is your secret of every award that comes to you. So then they saw that he was distributing the seed to the nearby plot holders. So the people got a bit confused that if you're giving your superior quality seed to your other people, then how come you will be in the top? In order to remain in the top, the others should not be in the competitive mode. He said a very good thing. He said that, okay, I have a superior seed. With that, I get a superior crop. No problem. And my neighbor gets an inferior seed, inferior crop. But after these crops have been, the crops grow, the pollen from the inferior crop will come to my crop, and the seed that will be developing in the next generation would be of inferior quality. So ultimately, the quality of my crop will go down. So in order to have my quality of my crop to be at par, I must distribute the seeds to my neighbors so that whatever pollen or whatever grains that field will be of superior quality, and hence my crop will be superior along with my neighbor's crop. And if all the crops of the whole zone becomes very good, the society develops. And if the society develops, I will also develop. So this is the basic essence about the present education policy. And in order to have that, basically you cannot start it at a later stage. It has to be started at a very early stage. Normally the human mind, if you start to inculcate things at a very early age, the development becomes very fast. Again, let me come back to a example. In the year 1986, I was in NIT Warangal. That time it was REC Warangal. So one of my batchmates, actually, he came to join the college. And you can understand in 1980s, we didn't have the PCs and laptops. We usually used to work with frames, that is big computers with a lot of things.